Police confirmed Sowore was not shot as alleged, but hit by tear gas. Okay, so the convener of the #RevolutionNow movement and the owner of Sahara Reporters, Omoyele Sowore, was reportedly shot yesterday in Abuja. The incident took place at Unity Fountain in Abuja during a protest. The report that went round said Omoyele Sowore was shot by a police officer. Sowore and other protesters who converged at the Unity Fountain at about 8:30 a.m. on Monday were prevented from gaining entrance into the fountain by the Nigerian police. Sowore was said to be speaking with some of the police officers that were present when a police officer shot a tear gas into the crowd that hit Sowore. The identity of the officer that shot Sowore has now been revealed. Instead of a female officer as alleged by Sowore, the officer turned out to be a male. Sowore had initially accused a female officer identified as ACP Hilehira Altin Daniel to have shot him. Alright. Omoyele Sowore, who was a former presidential aspirant, has continued to have diverse confrontation with the Nigerian security agencies since he began his #RevolutionNow movement. He has been arrested and detained by the DSS on several occasions. Sowore, for the longest time now, has been in the struggle of fighting for the plight of Nigerians. He has also been to prison several times over his struggle for Nigeria. He has also strongly opposed the government of President Buhari and was part of the people that led a protest to the UK for President Buhari to return to Nigeria when Mr. President traveled to the UK for medical checkup. And the police are saying, or they said they are not involved in Sowore's shooting as alleged, that the shooting wasn't true. It was gathered by eyewitnesses at the venue that it was tear gas rather than a gunshot. Okay, cool. So again, can we just understand? Okay, we need to clear up what tear gas really is, because honestly, it's like, because as Nigerians would describe, is like, do they right to move for my face? So, tear gas, also known as a lacrimator agent, basically, sometimes colloquially known as mace, after an early commercial aerosol, is a chemical weapon that stimulates the nerves of a gland in the eye to produce tears, basically. So how does tear gas mean that a bullet has entered into the buttocks of somebody? Like, this man was seen limping. Tear gas affects your eyes, not your legs. So how does tear gas then all of a sudden carries a bullet? I don't understand. Like, it is the way they blatantly lie, and they don't even put any effort in lying. It just shows how much they do not rate us. They don't really care. Just put out a statement and they just think that we'll believe it. That's it. That is it. And okay, fine. If it was tear gas, okay, let's go with that argument. Why is it that when there are protests and the people want to get their voice heard, why should tear gas be used in the first place to disperse them? Why should that be used? What's the point? What is the point? Because there was no reports that these people, vandalized property or anything, or were being violent. So again, the real question is, why would you think that tear gas is a much better option? Because you should not do that anyway. Because again, it seems as if, fine, people speaking about their human rights and the fact that they did not like the present administration now means that, they're trying to, plan a war against the country. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Do you know what, like, okay, let's look at it. It says, what are the effects of tear gas? Cause chest tightness, coughing, a choking sensation, wheezing, and shortness of breath. Due to a burning sensation in the eyes, mouth, and nose, blurred vision, and difficulty swallowing. It can also cause chemical burns, allergic reaction, and respiratory distress. Do you know what? They don't know what they've done. They literally put an alternative. Okay, fine. Do you know how bad tear gas is? I don't think they understand. Like, you putting tear gas. Are these people okay? How can you just lie like that? And then you using tear gas does not help your case at all. That does not make sense. Absolutely not. Well, someone says, thank God he's safe. because he's the next president 2023. Wow, someone now replies and says, okay, a fool and his thoughts are soon mocked. What do you mean? And I think that they do not support this man enough. They absolutely do not. This man needs the support as Nigerians, because he's doing too much. He's doing too much for us not to support him getting arrested. I mean, to be honest, the custody of the Nigerian security agents is literally his second home. Basically. Someone says, shame to Sowore and his followers for telling lies that this person, and this is the person that wants to rule Nigeria. What lies? He was shot. What do you mean? And even if tear gas was used, we should still be as aggravated, because when you protest, why should you be attacked with... Do you know what tear gas does? They basically say, we don't want your voice to be heard. Basically, it's a dictatorship. Basically, they want to rule us forever. Basically, they don't want our voices to be heard. So basically, we're slaves. Basically, they do not want us to have our voices heard. They would do anything to make sure. Because again, it seems like to them, tear gas was a less intense alternative to sort of shut people up. But still, it is still as worse. Why do you want to put tear gas or leash or spray that at peaceful protesters? Isn't that more problematic? And again, it's like we should support him. Again, whether you want him to be president or not, that is your own prerogative. But then for you to bash this man, excuse me, can you do what he's doing? No. So what's the little that you can do? Please. Someone says, Sowore is not fighting for the plight of Nigeria, but for himself. I don't even see Sowore doing better than Buhari if given the mandate. You are a sycophant. That's it. Someone says, anyone who joins Sowore falling off for any protest is a fool at 40 like them. What do you mean? So basically, you want to suffer. Again, you know what, people, you're entitled to thinking like that. That is your prerogative. But then when we are going for the change, we want change to happen, okay? If you want to remain stagnant and be under this dictatorship and military regime, do you? But for us that we want change and we want to live better lives and make sure it's better for our future generations, we are going to work to make that change. If you want to join, you can join, but God forbid that we will sit at home and cross our legs and not do anything, and then this cycle of hardship continues for your children in the future. Because except you are telling me that you are stinkingly rich and you will send all your children abroad. Even though you do that, it's still a cost to your family. There's no point being uneasy about where you are, and if you can go back to your country. It is so sad. But yeah, put what you think about this in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.